Hi, welcome to Nomis Academy. This time we'll be dealing with volume of a keyboard. Volume of a keyboard. Yes, volume of a keyboard. So when you look at the shape on your screen, you will see this is keyboard. Keyboard is simply a rectangular container. Keyboard, a rectangular container of which all the faces are made up of rectangle. The faces are made up of rectangles. The faces are made up of rectangles. So remember when we did total surface area of keyboard, we see that it has three dimensions: the length, the breadth, and now the height. The height. So we have the length, the breadth, and the height. So these three dimensions tells us what we could do with keyboard. So to calculate the volume of a keyboard is as the same for other shapes. That is, volume of keyboard is given to be base area multiplied by the height Now let's look at the base area. Look at the base area. The base area here, we have a rectangle. And remember, how do you calculate the area of a rectangle? So remember that area of rectangle is length times breadth. The length multiplied by the breadth. So to calculate the volume of this rectangular container, I will just say length times breadth multiplied by the height of the container. Therefore, volume of rectangular container or keyboard, volume of keyboard is equal to length times breadth times height. Length times breadth times height. So that is the volume to calculate. That's the formula. So that is the formula to calculate volume of a keyboard. So let's take some examples and see. Question number 1 says, find the volume of a keyboard whose length, breadth, and height are 4.2 centimeter, 5.1 centimeter, and 6 centimeter respectively, So let's take the questions one after the other and solve it. So having known that the volume of keyboard equals to length times breadth times height. So I can take the parameters given. The length, since it is respectively, so definitely the length is 4.2 centimeter multiplied by 5.1 centimeter multiplied by 6 centimeter. So 4.2 multiplied by 5.1. So by the side, let's do 4.2 multiplied by 5.1. So this is 42. 10, remainder 1. 20 plus 1 is 21. So I have 2142. So this is 21.42. So this is 21.42 centimeters squared multiply by 6 centimeter. Multiply by 6 centimeter. So 6 times 2, that will be 12. Remainder 1. So I write 2, remainder 1. 6 times 4 is 24 plus 1, that is 25. 6 times 1 is 6. So plus 2, that will be 8. And 6 times 2 is 12. So that is 128.52. So centimeter squared multiplied by centimeter would be centimeter cube. So the volume of this keyboard is 128.52 centimeter cube, and that's the answer to that question. So let's take question number 2. Question number 2 says the volume of a rectangular flask. So this is a rectangular flask now, is 2 liters. If the length is twice the breadth and height of 10 centimeter, find the length and the breadth of the rectangular container, or the rectangular flask. So now this question now looks a little bit trickish, but it's not difficult as the question might look like. Let us get into the solution. The volume of a rectangular flask is 2 liters. So what can I do around 2 liters to make it look like centimeter that I have the height to be? Yes, that is correct. You should remember. Okay, let's go into the solution. You should remember that 1000 centimeter cube is equal to 1 liter. 1000 centimeter cube is equal to 1 liter. So if we have 2 liters, that means 2 liters would be equal to 2000 centimeter cube. So since 1 liter is equal to 1000 centimeter cube, so 2 liters will be 2000 centimeter cube. So if that has been given, the question now says if the length is twice the breadth of the height, the length is twice the breadth, if the length is twice the breadth. So let's test the given parameters. So we have been given the volume V to be equal to 2000 centimeter cube. Now the breadth, the length is twice the breadth, so the breadth is B centimeter, but the length is twice the breadth, that is 2 multiplied by the breadth, that's the length, and the height given is just 10 centimeter. So let's get into the formula. The formula says length times breadth times height. So given that the volume is 2000 multiplied by the length is 2000 equal to, the length now is 2b multiplied by b multiplied by the height, which is 10 centimeter. So this is 2000 equals to 2b times b, that will be 2b squared, now multiply by 10 centimeter. Remember, this is centimeter cube. So divide both sides by 10 centimeter. 10 centimeter. So this cancel this. 0 cancel 0. So at this side, I'm left with 200 centimeter cube. So we divide both sides by 2. 2 here 1, 2 here 1, 2 here 0, 2 here 0. So 2 cancel 2. So I'm left with b squared equal to 100 centimeter squared. So what would I do next is to find the square root find the square root of both sides. So the square root of b squared is equal to b. So b is equal to, what's the square root of 100 centimeters squared? So for 100 is 10, and for centimeter squared is centimeter. So the breadth of the rectangular container is 10 centimeter. So the question is asking, find the length and the breadth of the rectangular container. So I haven't known the breadth now. Remember the question says, if the length is twice the breadth, and height is 10 centimeter, we should find the length and the breadth. Now that I've gotten the breadth to be 10 centimeter, and the question says that the length, that is L, is equals to 2b, then the L is equals to 2 times 10 centimeter. So the length is equals to 20 centimeter. So my final answers to the questions are L equals to 20 centimeter, while the breadth is equals to 10 centimeter. So I believe you understood all we did in this video. Pause it, watch it again, and get all that was done there correctly in your brain. If you have any question, drop your question in the comment section and we are going to react to it. Bye bye. See you in the next video.